And I'm Roger Chang. Leo's out again today, so we'll be here at the helm answering your tech-related conundrums. So if you have a question, be sure to send us an email through our website, techtv.com/call for help.
And on today's show, it's no secret, eBay is an awesome place to find bargains if you're shopping online. But if you really want to find the best deals, you got to know how to find them. So today, Toby Molina, the author of Sell It on eBay, there she is, will be here with a few window shopping secrets guaranteed to help you find the very best bargains on eBay. And they're out there, boy.
Cool. Plus, we're letting our new lad guy, Ian, out of his cage. Why? Because he's done the impossible. He found a free video editing program that actually works. And it won't crash your system. Guaranteed. He'll be here to show us some of the great highlights of that system.
And how would you like to strut around town with your very own specially designed laptop bag? It's pretty cool. We'll show you a site that'll let you express your inner fashion designer by building the perfect bag. There's some examples right now.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really
fun. I
fun.
want a personal bag.
Before we get started, I went to the NVIDIA party last night where they launched the new graphics card.
Hopefully it'll be better than their current line.
Yeah, and they had a whole LAN party. I took some pictures, so if you want to check them out, go to my Mo blog. You can go to catschwartz.com, click on the little picture on the bottom left. So check out these pictures.
Is that a mermaid by your head?
Oh, yeah, that was like the only other girl besides me and Sarah Lane at the party.
And this is out of a group of how many people?
Here, there she is. Well, this poor woman, she was like, the whole presentation was based around the graphic of this chick that they built, and it's beautiful, by the way.
She sat up there for like 3 hours?
And so they had her sitting up there for 3 hours.
Wow, what about
really
like, bathroom breaks and stuff?
But I want to show you the box that won the mod competition.
Oh,
Check
cool.
this thing out.
Look at that. It looks like a human or robotic head with a large
it's really
nose.
Cool. It had 2 motherboards and an Xbox built in. And you see down here, this is all the water cooling system.
Cool.
It was all tricked out. The guys that won were pretty excited.
How many people built that? 2,
I think
3?
it's just 2 guys, yeah, and they said, I'm actually going to get in contact with them soon, but it was great. They had a LAN party, and this guy up here, he won the competition, and then he won a gaming machine that's worth like 17 grand.
17
and he
grand?
said that it's all due to his mouse pad. This is his gaming mouse pad. It's like this flat board thing.
He got a $17,000 system for coming out with a mouse pad?
Yeah, no. He says that he won because of his mouse pad. And,
the game. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they were playing...
Unreal?
Yeah, they were playing Unreal Tournament, but the final 2 guys were in the same crew, and it was just really interesting watching them playing and stuff. It was fun.
Well, I'm in the wrong biz. I should have taken up video gaming.
I know. So go check out the pictures. They're fun. All right, you ready to take our first call, Rob?
Yes, I am, Kat.
All right, let's do it on the Tech TV Netcam network. It's Justin from Hamilton, Ontario. Hello, Justin.
Hey, Justin. How you doing?
There he is.
Oh, I'm doing good.
What's up, dude?
Well, my question for today is, I'm curious. I've got Acrobat Reader 6, and on a document, curious how I can insert text into the document itself.
Now, you want to, is this like a government form?
Yeah, exactly. It's actually a Canadian government form.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'd think that they'd make it a lot easier.
It's well, one of the reasons why a lot of government agencies, American government included, use PDF because it actually has everything justified where they need it. It's like having a paper document but electronically. And unlike a Word document where sometimes, depending on how you set up, the margins can be off, this is pretty much set.
Right. So people can easily print it out,
and
fill it out. It's uniform.
Acrobat Reader's free, so anyone can view it.
Right.
Now, do you know offhand, Justin, if this PDF form is interactive?
I honestly don't.
Huh. So there are, in fact, interactive ones, huh?
Yeah, and this came out because, when the IRS started printing out forms, actually a lot of government agencies started printing out forms for people to fill in information.
Right.
People wanted a way to type their information in without having to print it out, type it on a typewriter, and mail it in.
Plus, if they have bad handwriting like I do, it's just nicer.
So one of the products, this product, Cute PDF Form Filler, is one such program that will allow you to fill out those PDF forms.
And it's cute.
There's a dozen of them. I like this one particularly because I like the Cute PDF printer, which is pretty cool. Very simple to use. All I need to do is open the file.
You like its printer?
Cute PDF Printer. It's a free PDF program that lets you turn anything you print into a PDF form. Just double click, and the cool thing is that it gives you a trial version that you can use.
How much is it to buy, do you know?
It's I believe $30.
Okay.
And you can see right here, this is just a miscellaneous IRS document, but I can put my name.
Wait, so no, did you just say that this one is interactive?
It is. This form, this is a government form from the United States government, IRS, and I can put in that information because this form was created as an interactive form, so I can put in this information.
How can you tell whether or not it's an interactive form?
Usually on the website, it will tell you. It will say this is an interactive PDF form when they offer it. And more likely than not, Justin, yours probably is because they wouldn't have issued it otherwise.
And if it's not?
If it's not, then you would have to either go with a PDF distiller to take it back into text.
PDF distiller, it's called?
Distiller is what Adobe sells as a program to create as well as open PDF documents that you can re-edit them. But that is a very high-priced product. Another product I found that kind of lets you do the same thing is PDF typewriter.
Okay.
And this works on I'm sorry.
It's also a distiller?
Kind of. It's just more of an editor. It lets you edit kind of any document as well as creating them. So I'm going to open that same document.
Yeah, I mean, PDFs are kind of tricky just because a lot of times they are so permanent and hard to change. But that's the point in a sense.
But the cool thing is that you can add your own type and text, and if you want, you can actually blank out stuff in it as well. It's going to take a couple of seconds here.
What's this program called
This is called PDF Typer. It is also a pay-for. I think this is $40 or $40. It looks kind of crummy here right now, but don't worry, it actually looks better when it's done. This is just to speed up the view when the view process when you want to edit.
Is it also sort of telling you where you can and cannot type right there?
You can type anywhere you want. You can add text anywhere. See where this box is? I can start typing away. I can type over the existing typed document.
But you can't move things around really easily.
You can. You can actually, once you're done, you can actually, it's like a graph. You
this is cool.
You can move it around.
I see.
Where you want it. You just grab by, I believe, one of the handles here, and you can do it. You have that solution. Another solution, actually, Kat, you found, is to convert the document from a PDF into another form that you can type in. This is the one you found, Kat, I believe?
Yeah, it's just through a website. I don't know what the website's called.
Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Well, there's an example of it turning a PDF
This turned a PDF document into just a standard HTML document.
Yeah, so that's easy.
And from there, you could also...
Go to, like, that link right there?
This one right here. Right? And... oh, here's gone.
No, I'm not sure where it is.
Here it is.
We'll post it.
GoBCL.com.
Okay.
This is the one you did convert.
Yeah, there it is.
And it will convert, from HTML, which is great because then you can also type, with a notepad. There are other free files out there that will convert it into a text, RTF or .txt file, with the caveat that all the formatting is going to go. So all the nice little boxes, all the little rectangles they have are going to go. That's why it's probably best to try out a PDF form filler. That way, if it's not, then you can try the other options, but I would probably go with that first.
Does that help you out, Justin?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Perfect.
Kind of a lot of info. It'll all be posted on our website. Thanks for calling. Nice to see your face.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Coming up next, a lot of people are using their cell phones to send and receive emails, but is it possible that one of those messages could actually contain a virus? Very interesting question. And a caller is calling in concerned about infecting his new celly. So we'll be talking about it right after the break.
Celly?
Celly, cell.
Celly?
Can you actually get a virus? It's so different. Bluejacking or something. Hey, Roger, you ready to take another call? All right, let's do it. On the phone right now is Devon from Port of Spain at Trinidad. What's up, Devon?
Hey, Devon.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm quite all right. And you?
Oh, yeah, we're
doing fine.
Good. What's your question today?
My question is about viruses on mobile phones. I set up my Yahoo Mail account to send a copy of any new messages to my mobile phone. But lately I've been getting more than a few possible viruses which Yahoo quarantined for me. But I was wondering, what if I do get a virus, if not from Yahoo, then from someone sending something to my phone's email address?
No.
So you're worried about getting a virus on your cell phone?
Yes.
Through your cell phone?
Because you're getting attachments from people, correct?
Yes.
What kind of cell phone do you have?
I have a Sony Ericsson T316.
Wait, what do you mean he's getting attachments?
Well, certain cell phones. Now, it's kind of weird. Generally, cell phones, though, your kind of free ones, your low-end model ones, you really can't get a virus on them because they're not designed to actually accept input and run an executable file in that fashion.
Okay.
Now, what you're going to run into as a lot of PDA/cell phone hybrids come out, you're going to start running into security issues because now these cell phones have extended capability. They can run objects off the web. They can run files. So what happens...
So wait, but I'm still confused about the attachment thing. Are you saying that it's coming through like an SMS message you're getting an attachment?
Pardon?
When you say you're getting an attachment through your cell phone, do you mean that you're actually getting like an SMS message sent, something like a text message with an attachment?
Yes,
Okay.
something like that, yes.
Okay, so then that goes to the more capable phones.
Yeah, that would go to more capable phones. On the whole, you probably shouldn't have to worry about it because a lot of cell phones tend to be kind of proprietary.
Yeah.
And to write something that would infect that particular cell phone brand would require, someone who really cares about that particular model or the desire to write enough of them that they would infect a whole range of models.
I was looking on Symantec's website. They said that there was a hoax once.
There was a hoax. There was an email hoax that was going around that's saying that your cell phone can get infected. More than likely not. Again, this is only for your typical cell phones. When you start branching onto PDAs, where you have, for example, Microsoft-based smartphones, which are essentially their Microsoft Pocket PC PDAs with cell phone functionality, you can probably infect that.
Okay.
Because that essentially is a small little computer. You can run executables, you can download, you can infect. There's a lot of stuff to infect on a PDA. In fact, Palm had one a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
People say you can get one at Palm, but you can't.
So you're saying that
it's more than likely he's okay.
Yeah.
Attachments. I mean, can you even open the attachment on your cell phone?
Pardon?
Can you open that attachment on your cell phone?
Currently, I cannot open the attachment on my cell phone, but in the future, I'm supposed to be able to. I'm actually waiting on the phone company down here to get the capability up and running.
You know what? Just like you shouldn't open an attachment coming from someone that you don't know in your email, do the same thing with your cell phone. Make sure if you get some random attachment, don't open it. And if you get something from one of your friends, call your friend first and say, hey, did you send me something, just in case. But at this point, there's not really a big threat. But in the future.
Exactly. I mean, you're not going to see you're not seeing a huge wave of infection on cell phones that you do see on PCs. It'll probably come up in the near future as people demand more computer-like functionality out of their cell phones, which makes it easier for virus writers to find flaws, security holes they can take advantage of because they're so much more complex. Yeah. With really, dumb, simple cell phones that all you can do is make a call. Yeah. You get no SMS, you get no pictures, you get no camera.
Right.
You won't have to worry about it. Again, Kat brings up a good point. Just follow the same advice as you would, with a computer attachment. Don't open it unless you know who it's from and what exactly the attachment is.
Right, but at this point you're probably not infected. Did that help you out?
It sure does.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in, Devon. Still ahead, eBay expert.
Thank you for helping me.
Oh, sure, anytime. Call back again. Still ahead, eBay expert Toby Molina will be here to show you how to find some of the very best deals on eBay. There's some awesome steals out there. You just have to know how to find them. And coming up next, we're going to show you a free file that'll let you edit digital video just like the pros do. It literally works like a very expensive program that's free. We're going to show you some of its features when Call for Help continues.
If you're interested in learning more about non-linear video editing systems, the best place to start is with today's free file, Avid Free DV. Here to tell us more about it is the man who found it, Ian.
Thanks, Roger. Roger, this is the coolest thing to happen to non-linear video editing since the undo button.
Since the undo button?
Yeah,
wow, that's a pretty high up there.
Yeah, it's very important. What it is it's a free version of the professional video editing suite, Avid.
So, and this is the one that most movie houses or production houses use to edit feature-length movies.
That's correct. And you don't use film. It's all on the computer. And this version right here is actually a free version of the DV suite of Avid. There's several kinds. There's Avid Express, Avid Composer. This is Avid DV, and it's a free version. Cool. And it's essentially the same thing. What you can do is you can go
show us a little bit how it works here.
Okay. First off,
we're going to select a clip or clips that we want to eliminate.
All right, yeah. This clip right here, I don't like. It doesn't really fit into the sequence. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out.
Okay.
All right, and there it goes. I'm going to put in an in point. I can go up here to my bin, and I can double-click on any one of these DV clips that I've digitized, and it'll come up. Let's see here, screen.
Now, does this work a lot like the full version of Avid? So,
yes, it does.
So if you use this, you could migrate easily to a professional Avid setup without too much trouble.
That's correct. All of the hotkeys are the same. The setup is the same. Really, everything is the same. I jumped over to this after working on Avid Composer. So really there was no, for myself, someone who's familiar with the Avid suite, the learning curve was fairly low. Someone who hasn't used this before, it's going to take a little while to get used to.
So it's not something you can jump into, like say with iMovie or even Final Cut Pro, where it's kind of self-explanatory, where you can kind of understand. This seems a little more obtuse, probably because of the additional functionality. Now, I've noticed that the tile says Avid Free DV. Does that mean you only can use a DV camera or a DV connection to take sources in?
That's correct. But you can also import other file formats to put into your timeline. So if you go into here, into your bin, you go File, Import. Right down here, you can import.
So I see you have an AVI and QuickTime Movie. Now, this also lets you take in still images, I see, so you can put like a graphic for a title shot or perhaps a segue between two scenes.
That's correct. And also you can import audio files too, MP3s and whatnot.
If you want, audio track or music track.
Up here I have a Beatles song in the bin.
Cool.
And, I put together a little clip here. This is for the Timbuktu sequence that's coming up. And you can play it, and you have audio, 2 channels of audio. You only have 2 channels of audio and 1 channel of video. Again, it's truncated, but still the functionality is the same.
Okay. Now, if you want to export, do you have any issues, or can you just export straight out to an AVI clip?
You can actually export to a QuickTime file, and right here I have the sequence right here as a QuickTime file. This is what we just did.
Cool.
Here, I don't know if,
well,
might take a second to come up, but
I'm sure anyone who's actually really interested in nonlinear video editing, especially anyone who wants to get into editing in general for video or even movies, this is probably a great place to start. Thanks a lot, Ian.
No problem, Roger.
Right. If you want to learn more about this program, we got a link on our site, techtv.com/call for help. All right, Kat, do we have another call on the line?
Oh, Roger, we always have callers on the line. Right now, on the phone, it is Dave from Chanhassen, Minnesota.
Hey, what's up, Dave.
Hey, Rog, hey, Kat. What's cracking?
Going? Thanks for calling in today.
So what's it like up there in Chanhassen?
Chanhassen, birthplace of Prince, or the artist formerly known as.
Wow. Is there like a giant monument in his honor?
Yeah, I live right behind Paisley Park, right behind the studio. So.
Cool. All right, how can we help you today, Dave?
Basically, my computer is 2 years old, and I'm wondering if I should update the BIOS.
That always freaks me out.
Yes.
Just because I hear terrible things about going into the BIOS, but what do you do, Raj?
Well, let me explain to people who might not know what the BIOS is. The BIOS is the low-level intelligence of your computer. It's basically, when you turn on your computer, the BIOS is what brings the PC up.
It's all the numbers and letters you see when you first turn your computer on.
It's kind of like, essentially it's the low-level intelligence that brings the computer far enough to load the operating system. When you turn on a computer, Windows doesn't automatically load. The BIOS starts it up and then says, hey, I got a hard drive. There's an OS on the hard drive. Let's load the OS.
Okay.
Dave, do you have any issues right now? Is your computer acting funny, or do you have any issues with updates or hardware installations?
No, everything's fine, but I'm just wondering if it'll help speed up the computer or, improve performance.
Why would you ever want to update it, Raj?
Well,
I mean, is there any point?
For people who, especially performance geeks, who want the best out of their machine, especially do you have a very expensive motherboard, or is it one that came with your system when you bought it?
It's the one I got. It's a gigabyte. It's a pretty nice motherboard.
I mean, I would probably check online to see what the updated BIOS would do in terms of performance or added functionality. But my rule of thumb, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. Especially with the BIOS.
The BIOS is relatively easy to update. However, it's also very easy to screw up. And if you screw up in between there, you're going to end up with a paperweight, and you would probably have to send the motherboard back or get some sort of service disk sent to you.
I'm still a little confused, Raj. If you do update it, then it allows your computer to recognize the operating system faster, or what?
No, most of the time, BIOS updates, what they really are patches if there's any flaws with additional hardware. For example, when they made the motherboard, a brand new video card hasn't been introduced yet. It's going to be introduced 6 months later, so they don't know if any, incompatibility they might have. When that board, that new video card comes out, it has all these conflicts. The board doesn't run right. Your screen turns various shades of purple. You don't know what's going on. That's when they release a BIOS update to patch that deficiency. Or if they've, tried to implement some new features, for example, support for USB 2.0 or FireWire, or some additional hardware that wasn't, there before, they will often release a BIOS update. If you're not having any issues, Dave, and you don't really need any, added functionality to your system, leave well enough alone. Your system's working fine, I understand, correct?
Yes.
Why tempt the fates? by trying to update when you don't have to. If you're running into hardware conflicts, running into software conflicts, Windows is having problems with your hardware, programs that you might be installing are having problems with your hardware, then you might consider doing an update. But if it's none of those, I would err on the safe side and just, not update at all.
Where do you go to find info about how to do that?
Well, best place to go, actually, let me see if I can pull up the site, is the motherboard manufacturer. In this case, it's Gigabyte. So I'm going to go to gigabyte.com.
How do you figure out what type of motherboard you have?
Oftentimes, it is...
Can you run a scan through PC Pit Stop?
Normally, when the computer boots up, you'll see it, and it will tell you, like, for example, blah, 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 Asus board.
Okay. Or you can run a scan through
Or you can run a scan PC, or if you want, just take the case off. You would actually go into the products for that particular device, the motherboard in this case, and you would go into support.
Okay.
Oh, BIOS right there. Whoops, missed it. Motherboard BIOS. And you would just click on that. It would actually come with a bunch of instructions as well as a flashing utility to actually flash the BIOS.
Okay.
This requires you actually make a boot disk. So you have to be comfortable with, creating a boot disk, putting all these files on, putting the BIOS flasher on, having a floppy so you can boot from it and then flash it.
It sounds scary.
It is scary. It's very painless. I can assure you, it's very painless.
Maybe
However,
we'll do it on the show.
Things can go wrong. You probably have a 30% chance of something going wrong.
Okay.
And that's
30%.
Well, maybe more like maybe 13, I should say. But on the whole, leave it alone.
Or 3.
Leave it alone. If nothing's going wrong, leave it alone. All right, Dave?
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
No problem.
Coming up next, we're going to take a look at a website that'll let you create your very own custom laptop bags and messenger bags. You design them, they make it, and it's just as easy as that. There they are right there. But before we head to the break, let's test your tech knowledge with today's daily quiz. Head over to our website, click on the quiz, and if you give us the right answer, we just might give you a Tech TV t-shirt. So tell me what non-linear editing system was released by Lucasfilm in 1984. Media 1138, Edit Droid, Lightwave, or Wookiee Works will reveal the answer later in the show, so stay tuned. Be the envy of all your friends with Call for Help wallpaper and icons decorating your computer. Head over to our website, scroll down the page. I feel like I say that every day, but that's what you have to do. Click here on Deck Your Desktop, yo. And then what you have to do is decide which wallpaper we have wallpaper, icons, and even if you've got a Mac, you can get your icon set. Download it, you're going to have to unzip them, and then your computer will be Call for Helpified. Go to our website. Do it now. It's really fun. All right, so check out these bags I got here, Roger. Aren't they great? Look how cute. These bags are awesome. Hand me that brown one right there.
No,
this is the most awesome one.
Now, what are these bags for here, Kat?
Well, the reason why this one is actually my favorite one is because I actually made it.
You made it?
Yeah.
You actually did the stitching and the... Oh, no.
But I designed it. Through this very cool website. It's from Timbuktu.com. It's a company that's been around for a very long time making extremely cool messenger bags. I know all the messengers here in San Francisco carry them around. Go to their website to find all of the products that they have for sale. They've got messenger bags, laptop bags, lifestyle accessories.
Lifestyle bags.
Yeah, I'll show you. I've got a lifestyle bag right here. Going through, you can choose, say you want a messenger bag. They've got so many different colors to choose from. They even have some funky patterns you can put on your bag. They like you to really customize your bag on this website, and I'm going to show you how to build your own. But if you want information about which size bag, everything that you need to know about each type of bag is down at the bottom of the page. And I like how they give descriptions like, also known to hold 4 6-pack cans or 2 6-packs. Bottles of your choice. So they're a little bit on the expensive side, but these bags
But you get to customize it.
for a really long time. They've got awesome laptop bags. Let me see the laptop bag. This is really cool because it's got this really nice gription right here.
Gription?
Yeah, feel that right there.
Wow.
That's what I call
No
gription.
slipping on this one.
And this is for my 15-inch. It's going to fit nicely in here. It's got some nice corduroy. What did you just say?
I said no slipping.
Oh.
What do you think I said?
I don't know. Check out, this is the yoga bag they have for sale.
Yoga bag?
Yeah.
Now, what's a yoga bag?
How's that? Colors. It's super trendy and awesome. It's
so
just a
you
nice
can stick your yoga mat
in. You stick your yoga mat in here. Yeah, you got it right there.
All right.
And then you open up the bag like this. So you put your wet stuff on one side, your dry stuff on the other side, and then if you have a scooter or a bike, whatever, this just sits on the back, just like on the website. But the coolest part is yet to come. It's where you can actually customize your own bag. So you go up to build your own bag, choose the size of bag that you want.
El Ocho, the 8.
Then you choose the type of fabric. There's 2 different types of fabrics. This is the most fun part. You get to choose the colors.
Oh, cool. You get
bag.
it's like a Neapolitan ice cream.
Yeah, sure.
That's actually kind of cool.
You
so you can
use your
select
design skills, and then you can add accessories. Like, where's the little iPod case?
iPod right here.
You can add things onto it, like an iPod case, a strap pouch, 2-way radio holster. Look at this thing, and they're all meant to go directly on.
Oh, so they're designed to custom fit the
sleeves. Yeah. I mean, how cute am I going to be when I get this all on here? I just need an iPod to go in it now.
Cool.
Well, you get the idea. So. The custom bag that I made was about $130, but look how big it is, and it's so nice, totally waterproof. And the best part of this entire segment, I keep saying that it gets better and better, it does, is that we actually went to the factory and checked out how these bad boys are made. Let's take a look at that. So it's awesome because you place your order, it shows up on this computer, there's the factory, it's sent directly down an assembly line, there's guys cutting fabric as you're walking around, and then your bag gets made.
Cool.
Just like that, they grab the different strips of fabric that they need to make each bag, and then it just is sent through this line. It takes about 12 minutes from start to finish to make one bag, and then there's the label of my bag. They just ship it to you. This came to me in 1 day.
1 day from after you ordered it?
Yeah,
and
one day, the next day.
Hey, that's pretty
and they've got these
snazzy.
great straps on them, and I really like the laptop bags. They've got it down. I feel like my computer is totally safe in there, and it's got gription.
Gription.
Yeah. Lots of fun accessories on the site, too. You got to go check it out. All the details, though, are on our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. Send me an email. I want to know what your custom bag looked like. You have to go check them out. And if you want a gift, send somebody a gift certificate from the site. They can build their own bag.
Can you put the gription on any other bag, or just the laptop ones?
I think it's just the laptop bags, and they've got a whole slew of bags coming out, too. So look for that.
Awesome.
Yep. We know what that means. It's time for our T-Mobile call of the day. With T-Mobile, you get more from life, more minutes, more features, and more service. And on the phone, it's Chris from Danielsville, Georgia. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Too bad you can't see my bags.
I mean, these are kind of cool.
Kind of. They're so cool.
Okay, they're awesome.
Yeah, like even this backpack has the ability to put a laptop. Okay, we'll answer your question now, Chris. What's up?
How can we help you, Chris?
I was wondering how to remove a keylogger from my system.
All right, now is this keylogger something someone put on deliberately, or is it kind of a Trojan or something you got through an email attachment?
Like a Trojan, through email.
How do you know it's on there?
I'm pretty sure of it.
Why, is somebody like telling you what your AIM conversations are saying? I had that happen once.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So you're kind of suspicious.
That's really
it's not
fun.
like you know for sure, but you're suspicious. All the signs point to yes.
Yeah.
It's like when Kevin Rose comes up to me and starts asking me about my dinner last night. That's fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you didn't moblog everything, people wouldn't. No?
No.
All right. Well, what I'm going to tell you first is that if you knew specifically what you had, like what Trojan you were infected with, you would be able to go to a site like, for example, Symantec, and he would actually offer you a fix. Now, these fixes are only for very widespread Trojans or viruses that infect a lot of people, not for some that probably only bothers about 100 people, but literally millions of people. They'll often offer a tool that they call, Trojan removal tool in the name of the virus or Trojan that afflicts your PC.
Okay.
Failing that, you don't know, you would probably want to use something like Spybot Search and Destroy.
This is a great program.
It's a great program, and one of the beauties is it actually does monitor for keyloggers and Trojans. Of course, what you want to do is once you have it launched is to update it immediately, because he's always putting out new definitions for the program. It's very simple. Just go to online and search for updates, and it's going to go and check online for the updates. And when you're done, all you need to do is go run Spybot Search and Destroy and click on Search and Destroy, and it's going to run through the entire system.
Search and destroy.
Now, that you would also want to use in conjunction an antivirus program, preferably one with an updated virus definition in it, and run them in tandem. So run Spybot Search and Destroy first, and then your antivirus, actually run your antivirus first, then Spybot Search and Destroy.
Okay. Does that help you out?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Hopefully you find the perpetrator, because you don't want people kind of snooping on your PC without your permission.
Seek him out and then destroy him for us. All right, thanks for your call. Coming up next, Windows. Everyone window shops, but does anyone window shop on eBay? If you don't, you might be missing out. We look at some of the greatest bargains that you can find on eBay when Call for Help returns.
In my head, if you get it out.
Whether it's clothes, electronics, or collectibles, when you're shopping on eBay, you usually know what you're looking for. But have you ever tried window shopping on eBay? There are some great bargains to be had, but you've got to know where to look. So here to help us is co-author of Sell It on eBay, Toby Molina. There's your book right there. Beautiful. Now, Tech TV's on the top of that. I like that. So how do you window shop on eBay? I know you can just find anything, but window shopping?
Well, the first thing to do, first of all, you have to look at eBay as this amazing mall.
Okay.
With thousands and thousands of storefronts.
You can spend all your money in.
And really, it's almost even like a museum. You don't have, you can, in fact, window shop. Window shopping is supposedly not spending money. But you can go and you can look at, you can see unbelievable, untold riches.
All right,
Start on the eBay homepage, and there's all kinds of little teasers here: DVD burners, African drums, speakers.
The usual.
Yeah. Things you'd never see next to each other in a regular mall.
Right.
And you can scroll around, look for their sorted bargains that they're trying to
push on you
that week. And then on the left-hand side of the screen is your categories, and then you can start to look in specific categories you might be interested in. However, at the top of any eBay page, click the Browse button.
Okay.
And you will find yourself in
nice little windows.
Some of the top categories.
Okay.
Interesting stuff: jewelry, watches, cars, coins, tickets. But if you really want to get to the mother lode of category listings and see what window shopping is all about, see all categories. And then you start to get into the unbelievable minutia of eBay.
How many categories are on this page?
It's impossible to know at any one moment, because right now eBay is going through this process of rolling up a lot of categories and adding new ones and changing things around to make things easier for sellers and for buyers. So I would say saying thousands is not an overestimation by any stretch of the imagination.
Thousands of ways for you to spend all your money.
It's amazing.
Racquetball.
And then you can get into the, you go to home and garden.
Food and wine, furniture.
And here you can find everything from toilet seats to swimming pools.
Okay.
They
are swimming pool.
They are all there. So yeah, now you think about what are the kinds of things that you wouldn't think about buying on eBay.
Pools.
Right. Swimming pools would be one of them.
What else?
A friend of mine is homeschooling her kids.
Okay.
And so we decided we would look on eBay and see if there were any of the textbooks, recommended textbooks. And so we just put in a couple of names, and there's one right there. This is a grade 6 Earth Science book, one that she happens to need.
All right.
Great price, much, much more expensive new.
Okay.
And so she's continued on and found another number of books. So this is perfect for
show me
homeschooling.
some weird stuff. Really
weird stuff.
Yeah, I want to get freaky.
Okay, well, first I have to mention my particular toothbrush of choice.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with these toothbrushes.
You are?
Yes, and for $4 you can...
I have an electronic toothbrush.
I have one too, but when I'm on the road I don't take it with me.
Okay.
So here you can buy 6 of these toothbrushes for $4.
All right.
Online, they're $2.49 a piece.
Okay.
So even with shipping, great deal. It's like going to Costco without ever having to leave the
So
house.
how does someone end up selling something like this? Are there stores that just sell things
This is wholesaling. These are people who are doing business like Costco or any other wholesale store is doing business. They're buying huge lots of things and then dividing them up and selling them at teeny tiny prices. Or they're stealing them.
Oh.
No.
My toothbrush fell off the back of a truck.
My toothbrush is not hot.
Weirder.
Okay. Here is home decor.
Okay.
Who doesn't need the barbed wire toilet seat? Something you would really never think of looking for. These two things to me do not work together. Barbed wire, toilet seat.
That's awesome. No. So it's plastic, right? And then it's just in it.
Hopefully.
Oh my God, I need that. I need it. How much is it?
It's about, well, I think there's a bid.
Okay.
It's right now it's at $39.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to go buy it.
But
nobody buy it. I'm buying it.
You have 4 days left, so I would keep an eye on it because there may be people sitting and waiting.
Right. Okay.
Now, if you don't, as it were. If you lose out, there's always the cowhide toilet seat. This is a perfectly.
Oh, now I'm torn. Which one?
You're certainly gonna be torn if you buy the barbed wire seat.
torn for sure. How much is this one?
This one, I think it had no bids when I last looked. No bigs. It's $40.
Okay.
If you really, really want it, you can buy it now for $65.
Okay.
Let's see. What else have we got here? So, in other words, there are all kinds of weird, bizarre things. And let's say you you decide you want to buy a shower curtain.
Okay.
You think I'll go to Nordstrom or wherever, and they've got a good selection. However, go to eBay.
Yeah.
Search for shower curtain.
Right.
And you will find well over 2,000 hits. So that means
2,000.
you can start, and they've got every
Fabric,
shower
vinyl,
curtain.
other.
Yeah, exactly. You can look for fabric shower curtains, vinyl shower curtains.
Very strange.
With Elvis shower curtains, you know, everything you could possibly imagine. So the
Right.
breadth of what you can choose for
Well, this is great.
is huge.
So you really can find anything you want on eBay.
Oh, yes.
Including a barbed wire toilet seat that I'm buying, so don't even think about it. All right, well, thank you so much for these interesting things. And we have more information on our website. If you want to find hot deals on eBay, head over there, techtv.com/call4help. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Up next, the big board's all powered up, and we've got a contestant on the line who's ready to win some prizes. The Wired World Challenge coming at ya when Call for Help continues.
Welcome back. It's now time for the Wired World Challenge. For that, we're going to need a contestant. So who's on the line, Kat?
Oh, Roger on the phone. It's Adrian from Estelle Springs, Tennessee. Go!
Adrian, you ready to play?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me remind you how this game works. I have in my hand questions from 4 categories. You pick one category and I ask you a text or science-related trivia question. You have 15 seconds to come up with the answer. If you answer correctly, you'll get a shot at our giant prize board right behind me, where we've covered up some amazing prizes. Sound good?
Okay. I'm familiar with it. Yep.
All right, Adrian. These are the categories for today. Bitty, bitty, bitty. Beside myself. Dude, where's my website? And Mac Speak. Which one is it going to be?
What was the first one?
First one is bitty, bitty, bitty. Don't ask me. I don't write these.
Run those through me again. I'm sorry.
All right. Bitty, bitty, bitty. Beside myself. Dude, where's my website? And Mac Speak.
Let's try beside myself.
Beside myself. All right. So the question is, a website that is a replica of an already whoops, is that the right one? Beside myself, yeah. A website that is a replica of an already existing website is called what?
I have no idea.
Oftentimes when you download and want to click on a file and you can't get it from that site, it says there's another site you can get it from. And those are called what? You look at it in the morning when you shave. Shave in the morning, you look at a mirror. A mirror. I'm sorry.
I should have known that.
I'm sorry. All right, Kat, do we have another
Those are
contestant?
good clues. You tried to help him out. On the line right now, it's Carolyn from Wichita, Texas.
Hey, Carolyn. How you doing?
I am surviving well, thank you.
Cool. All right. What we have left is Mac Speak. Dude, where's my website? And bitty, bitty, bitty.
Ooh, let's go Mac Speak.
Mac Speak. All right. Hope you're a Mac fanatic, because here's the question. What classic George Orwell novel did Apple reference in its famous 1984 Super Bowl?
1984.
1984. Got it. All right. Now you get to choose a number off our giant prize board behind me.
Let's work with 14 today.
Number 14.
Yes, please.
You win Pinnacle Studio 8. This is actually a great home video editing system. They just came out with 9, but 8 is still pretty darn good. Lets you do a lot of things, including editing for DVDs. Sound good?
Cool.
All right, cool.
Appreciate it.
Wired World Challenge is happening every day, so head over to the website to sign up, and you just might be our next contestant. You have one more chance to take our daily quiz. Head over to our website, click on the quiz link, and if you give us the right answer, we might just give you a Tech TV t-shirt. All right, here's today's question. What nonlinear editing system was released by Lucasfilm in 1984? Was it Media 1138, Edit Droid, Lightwave, or Wookiee Works? Think about it. We'll be right back with the answer.
Before the break, we asked you what nonlinear editing system was revealed by Lucasfilm in 1984. A, Media 1138, Edit Droid, Lightwave, or Wookiee Works?
The answer is B, Edit-Droid. Edit-Droid presented a pioneering approach to movie editing with its Laserdisc-based system. Although it was unveiled in the public in 1984, the first film to make it using Edit-Droid was Return of the Jedi, which was released in 1983. It was an okay movie
how fitting.
in the contrast. You know, it's kind of weird because, you know, Laserdisc, you can't write on it. What they did was just take clips off and they would queue up the Laserdisc to the appropriate moment. So when you tried to paste all the clips together, they would just read off each Laserdisc with the appropriate clip on it.
Wow, Roger.
Kind of kludgy considering we use hard drives today.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so before we check the email, let's take a look at some of the awesome stuff coming up on Call for Help next week. Make cell phone calls online. PC World's Aoife McAvoy will be here with a roundup of the best VoIP services, VoIP, V-O-I-P that is. Plus, we'll show you how to find and use coupon codes when you're buying stuff online. They'll save you a ton of cash if you know how to use them. Then, is your Wi-Fi connection taking down the entire neighborhood? Possibly, could be because of this new protocol that's happening. It's actually pretty interesting. Our lab guys will be here to show you how to practice good Wi-Fi etiquette. And if you've ever wanted to make your own video game, you're in luck because we're going to start from the beginning with a 5-part series that's going to help you create your very own games. That's going to be cool. Can you really, at the end, make up your own game, Raj?
You know, if you paid attention, hopefully yes.
All right, very cool. You ready for the email?
Yes.
Okay, why did zip disks go out of style?
Because zip disks were surpassed by CDRs, DVD-Rs, CDRWs. Basically, your average zip disk held 100 megabytes. Later versions held 250, but you know that's no 650 megabytes on the CDR. Zip disks per disk were more expensive, a little less kind to lots of banging around. So what happened is everyone moved over to optical-based storage media, and the zip disk went the way of the dinosaur.
Very good. My Windows, this is from our message boards, my Windows shutdown is taking about 10 minutes. Why is it taking so long? What can I do to speed it up?
I don't know what OS he's running. It's probably hanging on an application that refuses to quit or just doesn't like you. So what you might want to do is just check to see what's actually running on your system. If you're running 98 and 95, oftentimes it takes longer to shut down than XP because XP in 2000 used a journaling filing system, which basically allows a quicker shutdown. But then again, you know, just check. Any programs hanging, anything that you might have not closed all the way down when you try to shut down your PC.
Okay. This guy wants to know, have you heard any rumors about any new iPods coming out? Should I wait to buy one or not?
You know what? Technology always rolls on. You're going to be waiting until you're 60 if you're always going to wait for the latest and greatest. Buy what you can afford now and enjoy it because, you know, 10 years' time, actually, believe it or not, 3 years' time, something new's going to come out.
They're coming out with a new one.
Probably, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, of course. And it's really big. I mean, it has a huge hard drive.
Ooh,
huge hard drive.
I like things with huge hard drives.
Interesting changes to the dial or something. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm sure we'll get them as soon as they come out.
All right, we'd like to thank today's guest, Toby Molina. I hope you enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again on Monday.
Thank you very much. You really got out of that one.
Well, because you said we have 15 seconds.
Oh.
Buy my book. You know, I think there's a good answer to this in my book. I like... Did I ever tell you how much I love OS X?